Hi everyone, it's Speed Duel Bro, back at it again with another Speed Duel deck profile. In today's video, we'll be showcasing VALKYRION and the Magnet Warriors. Let's get on with it. So for this deck, we'll be using the skill card Magnetic Attraction. Apply the following skills. When a level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster is normal summoned, you can add one level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster with a different name from your deck to your hand. Second part, you can reveal 2 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monsters with different names from your hand, and if you do, add one VALKYRION the Magnet Warrior from your deck to your hand. Each of these skills can only be used once per duel, so that's that. For the monster lineup, we've got 3 Delta the Magnet Warrior, 2 Beta the Magnet Warrior, 2 Gamma the Magnet Warrior, 1 Alpha the Magnet Warrior, and last but not least, 1 VALKYRION the Magnet Warrior. Now for spells, we've got 3 Magnetic Fields, 3 Hammer Shots, 1 Offerings to the Doomed, and that counts up the spell lineup. And as for traps, we've got 1 Metaverse, and to round it off to 20 cards, we've got 3 Wabakus. Alright everybody, on to how to win with the deck / strategies. I have quite a bit of explaining to do with how to win with this deck, so stick with me, okay? So the first part to win with this deck is to deck thin. And thanks to the skill card Magnetic Attraction, we can deck thin pretty hard early game. And with the monster lineup that I'm running, like right here, we only run 9 monsters, and the fact that we have a good variety amount of Magnet Warriors, we'll be able to get both skill effects off right away. So basically, the first part really is to deck thin as hard as you can. And the reason why we want to deck thin, everybody, is so that we can get to our spell and trap lineups, which would be Magnetic Field, Hammer Shot, Offerings to the Doomed, and Wabaku. Now on to the second part of how to win with this deck. Now, the second part to winning with this deck is we're going to abuse the field spell, Magnetic Field. If you don't already know, as long as we have a Magnet Warrior, we can basically bring back Magnet Warriors from the graveyard to the field. And Magnetic Field has a bounce effect. That's once per turn. Okay? So opening hand, what you want to see is Magnetic Field. We're going to activate that. And Delta. Because what Delta does is he helps us pitch another Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. From the deck to the graveyard. So we'll pitch Beta, and due to Magnetic Field, we can bring Beta back because we control a Magnet Warrior on the field already. Now this is where it gets tricky, guys. Pay attention, okay? Now, as great as Magnetic Field is, the bouncing effect that it has is only once per turn. So the key for victory for us here is to make sure our opponent's monster board stays to 1 monster only, so that we can keep bouncing it back. It doesn't matter if the opponent's monster is face up or face down. We need to keep them just at 1 monster on the board. So we're going to accomplish that with Hammer Shot and Offerings to the Doom. Okay? So we're going to Hammer Shot the opponent's monster away. And you see, guys, the reason why for this particular build I don't mind running the weaker monsters is because of Hammer Shot. We're going to Hammer Shot all the strong ones away. And now that the opponent's field is down to 1 monster, we got them right where we want them, because we can abuse the bounce effect from Magnetic Field. And shoot, if you have that third or another Magnet Warrior in the graveyard, special summon another one. So we'll just attack, and of course if they have a stronger defense, we'll take some damage, right? But now the opponent's monster is bounced away, leaving them open for a direct attack. Okay, on to the next scenario. So let's say we're facing an opponent's monster that's very much more stronger than our Magnet Warriors. And yes, we have the bounce effect, but then we have to crash our Magnet Warrior. But even if we crash, we can always bring them back because of Magnetic Field, right? But here's the thing. we don't have an infinite amount of life points to keep crashing our monsters. So this is where Waboku comes in. It allows us to crash our monsters without being destroyed and without taking battle damage. That right there is key. So we can charge at the opponent, no fear. So we're gonna activate Waboku, attack, bounce again, no damage, and they're wide open. So you see where I'm going with this, guys? We have to keep our opponent's monster board down to one monster so that we can keep abusing the bounce effect from Magnetic Field. And to help us keep our opponent down to one monster, we have Hammer Shot and Offerings to the Doom for that, okay? So yeah, that's how you win. Just keep spamming Magnetic Field, keep bringing your Magnet Warriors back, and keep abusing the bouncing effect from Magnetic Field. That's how this deck wins. VALKYRION's not even really a win condition in my opinion. It's just a big beat stick. It's nice to have, and plus it helps us deck thin. And some side notes I'd like to mention. And with Delta the Magnet Warrior, guys, when it goes to the graveyard, when you banish 3 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monsters, they can be the same name. So it can be, 3 betas, 3 gammas, or 3 alphas, just not Delta. Just thought you should know, it doesn't have to be alpha, beta, and gamma banishing from the grave, And then also, with VALKYRION, you can also tribute alpha, beta, and gamma from your hand and or field, so that's nice to know. Now on to card analysis, and as to why, in my humble opinion, VALKYRION and the Magnet Warriors are casual level. So we play 3 deltas because I think it's standard for any Magnet Warrior deck, and it's the ace of the deck because it helps us pitch more Magnet Warriors from the deck to the graveyard, which will help us win even more when we have Magnetic Field. And now the reason why I play this particular balance of Magnet Warriors, everyone, is because this lineup for me helps me get the Magnetic Attraction skill off more consistently. And me personally, I like Gamma's 1800 defense. It's still pretty solid. Trust me on this one. So yeah, that's that. And then VALKYRION because, it's Yugi's monster. It's nostalgia all over again. And it's a beat stick. And then we play the 3 Magnetic Fields because this is the heart and soul of the deck. Without this field spell card, the Magnet Warriors would be irrelevant. The Magnet Warriors wouldn't even see the light of day on the competitive scene. So that's that. And we play the 3 Hammer Shot because we want to Hammer Shot away all of the opponent's strong monsters. And that's why, again, as mentioned earlier, for this particular build, I don't mind running the weaker monsters because they're safe from Hammer Shot. And then the 1 tech of Offerings to the Doom just to deal with any more strong face-up monsters the opponent may have. And then Waboku, guys. Let me discuss Waboku just a bit more, okay? So think about it, guys. As the opposing player facing the Magnet Warrior deck, if I see Magnetic Field and they have Magnet Warriors on their field, as the opposing player, I'm not gonna attack. I'm just gonna sit and wait or stall with my strong monster. It could be a perfectly ultimate great moth, who knows? I'm just gonna sit there until I draw my breakers, my Cosmic Cyclones, or Twisters, But now, let's jump back to being the Magnet Warrior player. Let's say our opponent's field has a perfectly ultimate great moth, and we may not have the life points to crash anymore, right? Well, thanks to Waboku, we can crash into the opponent's monster, no fear. Again, if our opponent is just gonna sit and wait with their strong monster on the, it's just a waiting game, well, at least with Waboku, we can take the fight to them, okay? So that's why I play 3 of these, because I'm not gonna let the opponent sit and wait or sit or stall. Waboku gives us not only that defensive option, but that offensive option too, okay? And then, last but not least, Metaverse. Now guys, there's something I'd like to explain why I play only 1 Metaverse. Yes, Magnetic Field is the most important card in the deck, but here's the thing. We run 3, right? And then with 1 Metaverse, that's like running 4 copies. Now in a 20 card deck, guys, I think I like my odds of drawing into Magnetic Field, I mean. So yeah, that's why. And then the trick with Metaverse, guys, is that when you set it, wait for your opponent to declare an attack on your Magnet Warrior, and activate it. I'm sure most of you know that, but just in case for those who didn't, that's what you do. Alright everyone, so the reason why, in my humble opinion, VALKYRION and the Magnet Warriors are casual level is because of VALKYRION and the Magnet Warriors themselves. Because look closely guys, the monster lineup is mostly normal monsters. And for anyone who's played this game long enough, let's just say normal monsters don't quite get the job done. But thanks to Magnetic Field and the supporting spell and trap lineup, this deck is viable. And believe me, this deck is fun to play, especially when you keep spamming Magnet Warriors from the graveyard and you keep bouncing the opponent's monsters back to the hand. It's pretty dope. And mind you, in my opinion, again, in the hands of the right duelist, this deck can easily go from casual to semi-competitive. Are you up for the challenge, duelist? So yeah, that's the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit the like button. And if you enjoyed me, the Speed Duel Bro, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button. Because if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And I almost forgot everybody. Always remember that no matter what deck I build, whether it be casual, semi-competitive, or competitive, I always play to win. You can count on Speed Duel Bro for that. Alright now, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Again.